Hello Aquarius, this is Michelle and I'm here to do your April 2020 tarot reading. Before I actually start in with the reading, I do want to say, because we are in such a difficult time now with this pandemic, that I am praying for you and I am praying for your family, your loved ones. I am praying that you remain strong, healthy, and protected at this time. All right, and so with that, we are going to go ahead. That card sort of leapt out, and it is the Knight of Swords. All right, an air card. Let's just keep that to begin with. I have to say, this month, I have been receiving many sword cards, and in particular, probably our least favorite cards, the 3, 8, 9, and 10. They've been coming up as almost motifs. All right, we just had another card pop, and it is the 10. We're going to keep those, all right. And a few other cards as well, and so if they come up, I will mention them. I think the cards are ready for you. I can sense that they're ready, and so we're going to go ahead. Let's take a look at the bottom of the deck. All right, it is the 6 of Swords, and so really indicative or representing this transitional period that we are all going through and wanting so much to get to the other side of this difficult time. It's something that we are all going through. We are all experiencing in some way, shape, or form the impact of this pandemic, and just reaching the other side of this is a difficult process. And I think, Aquarius, that you are sensing that in your own special way. One thing in terms of Aquarius that has sort of been on my mind is the concept that at times Aquarius really wants to be engaged with the public at large, let's say, and the community at large. And at this time, if you are under a stay-at-home order, it could be that that's quite difficult. Now, Aquarius also, though, does like to spend time alone, so it can sort of run either way. Either this is sort of a beneficial time in which you can be alone and use the time to contemplate about your life, perhaps your future, where you're going, in whatever way that solitude can be a benefit for you. It's possible that some of you are benefiting, but for others, you may feel like this is something that's difficult because you'd like to be engaged with the community at large. I'm picking up something else, though, from this the Knight of Swords and the 10, and that is, I feel that some of you are actually on the front lines right now. Some of you could actually be working in the health field or in some sort of a retail business that has to remain open, like a supermarket, a drugstore, a Home Depot, for example, like a construction type a store, supply store. I want to say, for those Aquarians that are actually out there and having to go to work every day, that this can feel like I want to say like a monumental mission, and that you have a tremendous amount of, I want to say, willpower and mental strength to tackle this enormous job. Now, I know this will only pertain to some of you, but if you are one of those people that are out there on the front lines, I do want to say thank you. And it's not even enough to say thank you. It doesn't really express the type of gratitude that I feel and that we all feel for the work that you are doing. Now, for those of you, though, that are at home, this is also very important. It's a very important role that we are playing, staying at home and keeping others safe. And it could be that just under the current situation, even at home, you are suddenly facing a lot more, I want to say, perhaps things that you want to accomplish, and realizing that there are so many things that you would like to accomplish can also be its own sense of almost burden, like I don't even know where to start right now. And it could be that you are thinking about a lot of things that you perhaps want to do but maybe even didn't have time to do. That's for some of you. Now we have the Ace of Wands coming in. All right, consistent with the message that I just gave, which was perhaps there are certain goals that you would like to tackle at this time, and you're really, with, if you have a lot more time on your hands right now, you can be facing that and thinking about that even more now. And here we have the Three of Pentacles. All right, and so, you know, Aquarius, I want to say again, I feel that many of you, at least the ones coming to my readings, Aquarians reaching this particular reading, I feel that you are either in a particular profession where you can help others, or it is just through, I want to say, your emotional stance during a crisis that can help others, and that might be in your immediate sphere. All right, so I'm going to repeat that because it's a very specific message for this particular unusual time. I think that the way that you are handling yourself through this crisis can be of help to other people, that you're able to handle it in a way where you're remaining even keeled, shall we say, and that others can be looking to you for advice. If you are, let me mention this, if you are a parent, for example, this is suggesting to me that you have had, this is just, and I can't even imagine the amount of work, I want to say, that parents are facing right now, having to care for their children at home and homeschooling them, for example. That is also going to perhaps pertain to some of you. And the way that you are handling this situation, your family, the young ones especially, can be looking up to you for how actually to cope during a crisis. All right. And it can be something that maybe doesn't have to be communicated verbally. It can be something that they are just watching you to see how you do it. And through that, they are learning that we can get through these difficult times. And now we have the Four of Pentacles coming in, all right? So bringing in perhaps the financial end of this. Let's continue. And here we have the Nine of Swords. All right. And so I prefaced the reading with the Nine of Swords because, of course, it's just so prevalent in my readings this month. Let's pair that with the Four of Pentacles. And so let me say this, the majority of us are going through unprecedented financial difficulties at this time. Many of us. If you are not, oh my goodness, I'm thanking heaven above for that if you aren't in that situation. But many of us went into this crisis already having to pinch pennies or have some financial difficulties or budget. And now we are looking at even a situation where even more now we are having to budget. This will literally keep you up at night, right? However, I want to say again, I'm very positive about how everything is going to work out. And let me say this, even though this is an unprecedented time financially for the difficulties that many are facing, we are also going to be receiving, many of us, more help than we have ever received financially. And so, like, help is on the way, all right? Help is on the way. It's not going to be easy, but even if you are, for example, self-employed, there are ways now to access some help. Through different government programs that are going out to small businesses, and also employees. So there is that. It is coming in. And so to hang tight is what I'm hearing, to hang tight. Here we have the King of Cups. And again, I am seeing you just very stable, Aquarius, very stable throughout all of this turmoil. We see these seas just sort of rolling here. And the King of Cups, representing emotion, is on a very firm, we see, platform here. So the reading is a little bit, I want to see, conflicted, or we can see some contrast here. I am picking up that you are really handling this whole situation really superbly. We could not ask for more from Aquarius, let me put it that way. The level of responsibility that you've taken on and the way you're handling it is just absolutely commendable. But it is understandable that at times that we are, and perhaps it is when, we lay down to go to sleep at night, literally, at times things can seem very difficult. But considering the 9 also, we can keep in mind that this difficulty will be coming to an end and everything will eventually change. It may not be the same as it was before, but things are going to change. And now we have the 8 of Rods, all right, again, just suggesting how difficult this shift has been. And so let's continue on though. We have the King of Swords. All right, the message is really repeating itself, isn't it? We're just getting this repeated message, and it is basically this. These are difficult times. These are tough times. But Aquarius, you have the strength to see yourself and your loved ones through this. Here we have the King of Air, Aquarius, air sign, and this is saying not to worry too much. It's some of this worry I think is unavoidable, but not to worry because you have the strength to see yourself through this. You are going to, I'm picking up this concept, you're going to bounce back. You're going to bounce back. So if ever you are feeling sort of like, I don't know what I'm going to do, or I can't handle the stress, there's just too much to take care of. What I am seeing is that you are just going to bounce back. Aquarius, fixed Aquarius. Aquarius is not a quitter. Aquarius does not quit. And you will ride yourself and you will see yourself through this difficult time. The King of Wands coming in. All right, we are looking at 3 kings in this reading and all in this last part of the spread. And so this is suggesting to me, Aquarius, you have more strength, I want to say, than perhaps you even realize, and that you will make it through this. Things are going to open up for you. Things are going to change. There is a little bit of luck showing in this card as well. Support will be coming in to help you through these difficult times. It is not something that you have to do alone. I am hearing that. And what I am picking up overall is that down the road just a bit, we're going to have to wait, but things are going to change for the better. I think you're going to look back at this time, and I think you can have pride in yourself, I'm going to say, in how you handled this situation, how you responded, especially if there were others in the family that were looking up to you to see exactly how they should respond in a crisis as well. Boy, that's a lot. I want to say that's a lot. That's a big burden. I'm seeing it here in that 10 of Wands. It's a big burden, and I don't mean to increase that in any way, but I want to say that you are up for the challenge. If anyone can do this, it is Aquarius. All right, now we are going to take a look at your butterfly affirmation here. This is just a lovely card full of so many beautiful colors. It is suggesting to me that the future is very promising indeed. Let's take a look at your message. The love within me is more powerful than doubt or fear. Well, Aquarius, that really sums up my reading, what I was just trying to say. And it also actually adds an aspect here that is coming through with the affirmation. That strength that is going to see you through has to do with love, the love inside of you. And this indeed will help you to get through this entire segment of life. Aquarius, that's your reading for April 2020. I want to thank you so much for being here. It is a pleasure and a privilege to read for you as always, and I'll see you next time.